And welcome back, everybody. Thank you for standing by a moment, and we're just going to get things set up here for Jump King. It'll take just a moment. Angelus, welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid, my friend. Sorry you just missed Punch Out. I didn't win. No, I made 4 runs. And my final one, I had a really good match against Tyson. Well, I had one really good round. And I saw him do some new stuff, which is horrible that he has more abilities. But I'm all beat down from Punch Out. We're gonna switch over to Jump King and spend the rest of the night here, trying to make up for last week when I did way too much Jump King and neglected everything else we're working on. So I'm putting Jump King at the end of the night, every night this week, and then if something has to get skipped, it'll be Jump King. Watch out a moment. I'm going to turn the audio on. It could be a little loud. Just a heads up. It's probably not. It's usually not, but maybe pull your headphones away from your ears for a moment, just to be safe. Yeah, that's all right. All right, let me update our title real quick. All right. And yep, I always have to say a warning because I know the one time I don't, it's gonna be deafening. Exactly. And thank you again, Angelus, for the raid. Let me see. Did it say what you were doing? Les Manley in Lost in L.A. I'm guessing another point and click adventure. I don't know though. It's a game I've never heard of. You're good at finding those things. That's very obscure, or at least to me, types of games, Angelus. So we are at almost 105 hours in this game. Someone was very kind and left me a comment on one of the Jump King videos in the YouTube archive, and part of their comment, they noted that it had taken me, I was up to around hour 86 in that particular video, and I was just thinking, oh, things have gotten so much worse than 86 hours. I miss I miss the days when I was only 86 hours in. Oh. A really early one from the 90s, Angelus says, so it is a point and click. Hopefully it's a lot of fun, not too obtuse or frustrating. I have to say, in Punch Out, my instinct about Super Macho Man was completely wrong, by the way. The very first time I fought Super Macho Man, I didn't defeat him. Like, he clobbered me the first time I met him. But my instinct was, I just felt my first impression. I was like, this guy's not going to be that hard. I was thinking, I'll figure out how to fight him, and I'll be beating him consistently in no time. And I was so wrong. He is the most troubling part of the game for me, aside from Tyson. Like, he's in the right spot, being the next to last guy. Because even Mr. Sandman, I feel way more confident against. Not that I'm guaranteed to defeat. Well, it's been a while. It's been a little while since Mr. Sandman's defeated me, hasn't it? So I am somewhat consistent at him, though I don't want him to hear me say that. But Macho Man has been a struggle every time. I'm really surprised the way it's turned out. It was rather weird, but no more weird than the first less manly game. Didn't I usually inventory or save my game at first, which would have been rather annoying, since inventory is a requirement for a game like this. I did confirm tonight, Angelus, and anyone else who wasn't here for it. I did confirm that it is in fact possible to make it all the way to Tyson using only your left arm. 100% left arm, so no star punches. I guess technically we do use our right arm to block. So if I really wanted to cut out my right arm, I'd have to do all leftward dodges too, I guess. So maybe that's up next. No blocking. That would be pretty good, actually. That would mean I was that would have me down to using only half the buttons on the controller. Only 2 directions on the D-pad. The B button and the start for menus, or the start for the title screens. Or you have to push start to play. The game has some obtuse puzzles. Glad I had a walkthrough, otherwise my playthrough would still be going on. Yeah, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared of point and click adventure games. Not that since I'm a console guy, I don't really have a lot of options for them. But I'm kind of scared of them because of my anti-research sort of stance on games for myself. I think I would be stuck forever in a point and click. I'd probably be stuck forever in the first room. Yeah, I don't think I would have figured that one out, Angelus. Although, off stream, Jelly and I sometimes we will play escape room games. There's some very dubious escape room games on the Switch that you can get from the eShop, and sometimes we'll buy one of those and play through it together. Some of the solutions in some of those are pretty bogus. We had one where we had this metal box, and we had to fill it with water and put it in a refrigerator, and it basically, the idea was that we filled this metal box with water and put it in the refrigerator, and somehow that generated for us a key made of ice that we could use to unlock a door, but there was no indication that the box was a mold of any kind. Like, I don't know how we eventually accidentally stumbled onto the solution. I wish I could remember it in better detail so I could describe it a little better, because I'm sure it was even more absurd than it sounds. Jelly was furious. She was so mad. She was so mad when we figured it out. And I think it wasn't even like a key, like not even like a skeleton key, like a key to a door, but it was a key, I think, to a cash register, actually. But I don't remember exactly. You ever decide to play any PC games, especially Sierra Online games? Save and then have a backup save in case you cause those games to have a notorious because those games have a notorious reputation of soft locking, and sometimes it won't be obvious that you're soft locked. Oh my. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. Fortunately, I haven't had, fortunately, I don't think I've been soft locked on the stream that many times. Adam's Family Values kind of put me into like a semi-soft lock. The game wasn't actually soft locked, but it in for all practical purposes it was. Because of the way saving and continuing in health works, you can end up in a situation where you're continuing from a spawn point with one hit, with no way to refill your health and too many enemies in every direction to get by, which is, you know, if you're a super fantastic gamer, you can get out of that situation, sure. But for all practical purposes, any normal human is soft locked. That's the situation I worked myself into last time we played that game, which is part of why I've been so unenthusiastic to pick it back up. We got soft locked in Abe's Odyssey, Oddworld as well, but that was a situation of like the game glitched, so like it wasn't something that was like where it was like by poor design. That was by poor construction. Because Abe's Odyssey bugged out a few times on me. Someone create a ROM hack of Adam's Family Values where Grandma will always give you more cookies. That's the greatest hack I've ever heard of. Oh. They also upgraded the lightning attack. That makes sense too. No hacks for me though. I'll just stick with the miserable original game. If we lessen the suffering, how can I properly hate the experience? Frownie's ability to turn fun experiences into miserable ones is legendary. I mean, that's not false, but I mean, I don't. I, is it unreasonable to insist on playing the original version of the game? I thought this was one of my more. I thought this was one of my milder offenses. The original version of the game, never for Frownie. He must play with another condition or two as well. Alright, yeah, you kind of got me. I mean, the game I played immediately before this, I literally played with an arm tied behind my back. Take Punch-Out, for example. Even though the game is literally saying, here's the password, fight Tyson as much as you want as your reward for beating the other fighters, Frownie says, oh, no way, I must play through the whole game 50 more times. It's very optimistic of you to think it's only going to take 50 more tries. I mean, if I were to start using the password now, how would I ever live down the shame? By beating the game with no knockdowns afterward. I mean, I'm making it to, oh, no knockdowns. Yeah, no knockdowns sounds tough. The cats are cute. What do they eat, though, Angela says. I guess they catch birds or mice on the steps. I think birds is not unreasonable. I mean, we've seen birds flying in the general area. Oops. That bad. That's real bad. They have cat food bowls behind them. We just can't see them because it's 2D. Don't worry, the babe at the top has cat food for them. Yeah, I just have to go up there and get it so I can deliver it to them. These cats are gonna starve. Plus 20 to cat faction. I sincerely doubt anyone will be bothered by you practicing Tyson until you can somewhat reliably fight him, then go for the no-loss run, or in your case, the left-hand only no-knockdown run. Or how about just for fun, the left-hand only no-knockdown, win by decision every fight run. I may eventually break down and resort to the passwords. I don't want to do that. It might happen. If I get to where I feel like I'm guaranteed to make it to Tyson with no losses like every single time, and I just keep losing at Tyson, then I might go ahead and use the password for Tyson. Like if I have a night where like I get there 13-0 like 5 times in a row, then I'll be like, you know what? The other fighters are really just a formality at this point. But as it is, like, because I'm still a little shaky, and to put it mildly, with some of them, I think the practice is still worthwhile to a degree. But I will consider. Maybe I start using the Tyson password if I do that. Really, the only thing that stands in the way of that being the case, though, or, I mean, really, is getting better at Macho Man. Maybe use the password only to make up for the continues it steals from you? You know what? That's a pretty good idea, too. I'll think about that one. That's a pretty good compromise. Got lucky there. I think that jump actually should have missed. Well, didn't matter. Didn't matter. Another one missed, and I went all the way back. No. There's no dice like home. There's no dice at home. Tap my ruby slippers together 3 times and say there's no dice at home. Maybe you'll be freed. Well, we're gonna start with the dice game. Wizard of Oz is gonna begin with the dice game. And hopefully I'll win it and then be able to go on to beat the rest of the game. I have my doubts. I said we probably won't play Punch Out again this week. The thing is, like, if I beat Jump King tonight, we could theoretically play a little bit of Punch Out on Tuesday and Thursday. Or if I beat it tomorrow, we could play a little bit on Thursday. Like, instead of doing Jump King at the end of the stream, we could do Punch Out. But I don't think I'm lucky enough for that. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell which game am I going to finish first. Because even though I've got a massive head start in Jump King, right? I still think I'm probably going to defeat Tyson before I defeat this. Even though I have a massive head start in this, and I play it way more, and I put more hours into it every week, I think I'm going to defeat Tyson ages before I defeat this. I'm unlucky enough for you to replace Jump King with Splatterhouse 2. I've been thinking about Splatterhouse 2 a lot, too. It's on my mind, because I want to play the third one. I saw the Namco Museum when I was setting up Jump King. I saw the Namco Museum in my recently played that we, that's the collection where we did Splatterhouse 1. Hey, Losses, welcome in. The run back to Tyson is insane, considering you only get like 5 seconds in the ring with him the first dozen tries. Oh, isn't it something? Isn't it something, Losses? I've got some devils on my shoulder trying to convince me to start using the password to learn Tyson. And I've said I might give in. I'm not giving in yet, but it's only gonna get harder. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know the code it gave you wasn't for Tyson. Well, that changes everything. Oh, you're fine, losses. No worries. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have wanted someone to intentionally have dropped that on me, but you know, accidents happen. No worries. Macho Man's like my big. I need to practice him too, kinda. Still, even if the code in the newspaper only takes you to Macho, I mean that's still cutting out most of the game. But I was saying earlier that if I get to the point where I'm consistently making it to Tyson with no losses, like if I get there and it's 13-0 like every single time, then it's gonna be hard for me to justify the no password approach any further. Grinding out the entire game just for a try at Tyson is insanity, but I'm not surprised. Well, I mean, currently the thing is, like, I'm still getting better at parts of it. I'm still learning things. Like, I learned 2 ways to farm stars tonight that I didn't know previously. So, like, the long way around is making me better at the game in general. No, it's just one. It's just one. Even if you make it there on a perfect run, you only get one try. And that's the thing that's really like a knife in my heart. And making it easier and easier to think about using that password. Because I was really upset when I got there on a perfect run and saw it was all for nothing. yuck. No! Ah, I walked off the thing. That's a shame. I hate when I do that. A missed jump is one thing, but walking off of a platform is just... That's a level of pain I just don't get used to. It's really hot. It's really, really hot in my room down here right now. And I just don't understand. Whenever I come down to my basement at the start of the night, like, it's always very chilly down here. And just as the stream goes on, it becomes unbearably warm, and I don't know why or how. My TV putting out that much heat. do I radiate so much heat out of my body that I make the room warmer than I am? How does that even work? Running a PC makes as much heat as a person? I mean, the laptop, my laptop is on. I never turned it off. So it's on all day down here without me. The CRT is toasting everything up, Chaos says. I'm just 10 times sweatier than the average gamer. That's a lot. Sweat's supposed to be a cooling mechanism. I should be very cold then. It's not working. Whoa, I almost died. The left side lies in wait. Oh, I know. I fell down there like 3 times in one night last week. It was horrible. The last time I fell down there, I was down there for hours too. I just could not recover the last time I fell down there. Oh, if only I could be done and never have to worry about that left-hand side again. How sweet life would be. No, I undershot that jump last time. Now I overshot it. it shouldn't even be that difficult of a jump. Almost missed that one. No. So, if you haven't been here, this area is my PB. I've never seen above this environment. I've made it a few screens into this, but as you can probably tell, it's kind of a nightmare. And it's very easy to fall out of this area. No. Oh, like that. Anytime you go flat, you get kicked all the way back down to the waterfalls. This one specific platform here. This one. You always land on this platform when you fall out of Doom. It's set up to drop you all the way on that one every single time. It's rude. Oh, it's rude. Yeah, it's the ultimate plot twist, right? We thought we were ascending this whole time. I thought Jump King was ascending this whole time, but when we get to the very top, we find ourselves in hell, and turns out the further up we've gone, the lower down we've made it. Dun dun dun. It's better than the bog. I like the music up there a lot. Everything in all of existence, except maybe the dice game, is better than the bog, Cal says. It's hard to argue with that, too. Oh, that dice game is... That dice game is some exquisitely crafted suffering. That dice game is dicey. Oh, come on. It's so wrong. It's just wrong. With that terrible putt, I should be putting myself to bed, Cal says. Good night, Cows. Thank you for your company tonight, my friend. Thank you for keeping the chat safe. Very grateful for you, Cows. I hope you sleep well and have a fantastic tomorrow. In a perfect world, I would be done with the dice game by the time you tune into the stream tomorrow night. But spoiler alert, I have a strong feeling I won't be. I have a strong feeling you're going to get to see plenty of that dice game. Regardless of when you tune in. But good night, gals. We're going to go about one more hour, everybody. It's 4 a.m. for me. I'm going to try and hang in here until about 5. I have this gnawing sensation that there's some important task I'm supposed to do tomorrow. Like an IRL task, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it might be. schedule for this week while I'm thinking about it too, just for those who might have missed it. We're gonna do Wizard of Oz tomorrow, Dark Souls 2 on Wednesday and Friday, and Addams Family Values on Thursday. Jump King is going to be reserved for the end of Tuesday or Thursday's stream if there's time. So, Jump King may very well be bumped if the other games are stretching on too long. If I make a satisfying amount of progress, like I don't necessarily have to beat the other games to switch to Jump King. If I make a satisfying amount of progress and get to a stopping point, then we'll go ahead and make the switch, even if there is some stuff left to do. But I don't know. With either of those, with Oz or Addams, they're both disasters. So I expect they'll take the full night and beyond. So this might be the last time we pick up Jump King this week. I'd hope not, but we'll see. And fingers crossed for Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 got really ugly on Friday. I did beat a boss, so I'm on a good streak. I haven't had a night without victories since night 1 with Dark Souls 2. Haven't had a night without a victory. So that's good, but things are looking really bleak right now where I left off in that game. I'm surrounded by super hazardous environments, and the only boss that I currently know its location is an absolute nightmare to fight, so... I'm feeling intimidated. Every game on our current schedule is just impossible. Every one of these, Jump King, Wizard of Oz, Addams Family Values, Punch-Out, Dark Souls 2, they're all just disastrously difficult. They're not all terrible games in and of themselves. I mean, some of them are pretty bad, but some of them are pretty good, but they're just all so difficult. This current lineup is like the worst thing I've ever done to myself. Oh my goodness. No. I hate that fall. I hate that fall so much. It's so punishing. That went so badly. I'll let you know, by the way, if I make it up to a new PB. I haven't really been close on either of these runs. I'm still a full screen or two away. But I will, of course, point out if there's cause to celebrate reaching a new height. It doesn't feel super likely at the moment. No. This whole area is bad for my health. No! I've never even fallen off on this side before. It's been a while since I've made a really long fall like that, and I mean that wasn't even really long compared to some of the falls even that we've made tonight. But like that was the longest fall I've made in a while. That was new to me. Because like a lot of these falls, like they don't cut me in quite the same way, because I've made them so many times that like as soon as I miss the jump, I know exactly where I'm going to, right? There's no doubt or mystery about a lot of these falls. And so, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've hit something that like that where I was gonna fall for a long time, not knowing where it was gonna go, and got to feel that particular flavor of panic. Hey, Juker. Welcome in. Don't fall. I wish I'd thought about that. No. Great to have you here, Juker. I hope you're doing well. I'm having a night. I'm having a night. You didn't listen to my only instruction. Well, you know that. You know what it's like when someone comes in and they backseat you. You got to do the opposite of what they say, right? I cannot believe this. Totally fair. I do the exact same. That's the only appropriate response. I've been up here for a while, so like surely I'm gonna have a big fall back down into the House of 9 Lives soon. I'm due for it. This is intolerable. No. Oh, I was barely hanging in there for so long. No, it looked like I wouldn't have to go all the way down here. Ah, I disagree. I really thought I was going to land on that one platform there at the bottom of that area. Oh, that hurts. Oh, my pulse is skyrocketed. That screen, I believe, is my PB, by the way. I think I actually made one jump better than I did just now. I think I landed one of those up onto like the sort of next tier, same screen, but just like one successful jump higher than I just did. But we virtually tied my PB though, more or less. I might even be wrong about that. I'm under so much stress I can't remember clearly when I'm up there. Uh, but that's as good as our PB. Some real pain right there. I am can't even finish my thoughts. The pain has taken hold of me. uh, oh. 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 No, this is not a new area for me to stay. I just don't get here very often. So if you haven't seen it before, it's not actually new to me. My current PB is like one screen above where we just fell from. It's a cool area though. I'm glad you get to see it now. Oh yeah, I think we were talking about that the other night. I think you had come in and I was trying to get back up there to show it to you and I couldn't make it. I feel like I remember a conversation from last week that went kind of unfulfilled. I mean, it's exciting nonetheless. I like when I'm up there. Human. Hope you're enjoying your lurk. Hey, Conqueror Worm, welcome in. I did not beat Tyson. I'm sorry to say. I made it up to him, I think 4 times. I think I faced him 4 times tonight. The last run, I did really well in the first round. And I even hung in there a little bit in the second round, but I got a ways to go. I got a ways to go before I'm going to beat that guy. I'm going to stick with it, though. We'll make it one day. I did definitively prove that it is possible to make it all the way to Tyson using only your left arm. Only left punches, no star punches, because that's the right arm. I made it all the way up to Tyson without any star punches, left arm only. On one of my runs, just to see if it was indeed possible, and it is. I can't wait for this DLC to be secretly infinite. I never saw Stark beat this since I was streaming, so I have no idea if there truly is an end, Juku says. Feels like there isn't, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for the best, right? The other pathways had endings when I thought they might not. Oh. DLC 1, when I was trapped endlessly in DLC 1, there were nights where I really thought it was procedurally generated. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there are 2 versions of Punch-Out on the NES. There's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and then there's Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream? I might not have that name right. But I think they're identical, except they just reskinned Tyson into a different character. Like the contract to license his likeness was up, so they instead of renewing, they just reskinned him as another character. I think it's identical, other than the sprite work. Same game without the license, Juker says. No point in playing it. Yeah, that was my impression. So during my first playthrough of this, I thought that I just assumed, because this is a brutal troll game, like, I assumed that the promise in the title, there is a smoking hot babe at the top. I thought that that had to be, like, that had to be a troll in some way. That there was that it was gonna be a joke or a lie, or that there was just gonna be some issue that would make that not what you were expecting. And you know, spoiler alert for Jump King, there really is a babe at the end. It's literally true. But I thought for sure, I was 100% convinced that there was going to be some twist on that at the end to make a joke at the player's expense. And on my first playthrough, there's one area where you get to a certain point, and there's one screen where there's like a Venus de Milo statue. And when I first made it to that screen and I saw that statue, like, I was so hopeful because I was thinking, oh my goodness, is this statue the babe at the top? Are we finally done? Is this the joke that they've played on me the whole time? That the babe is a famous work of art and not a human lady that I'm going up here to meet? Fantastic. And then when I found out it wasn't, I was so heartbroken. There was so much. I didn't know how much more there was left to do, but oh, there was so much more. But just the fact that there was any more left when I made it up to that statue, I was like, I just want to stay here forever, please. Don't make me climb any higher. Oh. Yeah, they subverted expectations by not subverting expectations. I do expect I will play the other Punch-Out games down the line. Um, Even though Punch-Out 1 is awfully brutal and makes me sad sometimes. I have really enjoyed it. It is a really fine game. And I've heard that, you know, the other games are pretty different, but I'm still open to giving them a try. I think they'll still be pretty fun to go through, or at least I hope they will be. Super Punch-Out I already kind of know a bit about. I'm definitely not an expert in it, but I used to play it every now and then when I was a kid. My cousin had it, so I know like what the first handful of characters are like. And I have a general idea of how it plays, though I'm sure there's some features / mechanics I probably don't really understand. I probably never figured out as a kid. Oh no. Ah, I totally blundered that. I deserved to be punished for that mistake, for sure. That was total carelessness. I didn't even try to make that jump. I wasn't living in the moment. We're probably going to keep going until I fall out of the waterfalls. If I get back down to the tower, it'll be time to call it a night, my friends, because we're getting real close to 5 o'clock. So we'll play this again tomorrow and or Thursday. Time permitting. Neither night is guaranteed. This could be the last time we play this all week. If Tuesday or Thursday go really badly. Jump King's going to be in the second part of the night. And so in order to play it, I have to make progress and come to a good stopping point in the first game of the night. And tomorrow that's going to be Wizard of Oz, and Thursday it's going to be Addams Family Values. So, and both of those are really gross, so there's a good chance they'll take their whole nights and squeeze Jump King out. But the reverse happened last week, where I played all Jump King and I bumped those 2 games. So I've got to do the reverse this week, or I'll never make progress. And Dark Souls 2 is Wednesday and Friday. We should be here every night, as long as I don't have to cancel for any reason. Unexpectedly, we should be here every night this week. The schedule's been pretty solid. I've been here early. We haven't missed a stream. We've gone the full length pretty much every night. I think I wrapped one a little, like a half an hour early. But the night before that, I went like an extra hour late, so it all kind of balances out. I'll be playing Alwa's Legacy, a sequel to the game you played previously. Yeah, that sounded familiar. I must be thinking of the first one. It was the other one was Alwa's Awakening, if I remember the title right. I hope it goes really well for you. I'm so desperate to just beat any game currently on our schedule, and it's just not happening. It's been so long since I beat anything. What's the last game I finished? Tom and Jerry, maybe? Is that the last thing I beat? Tom and Jerry on the NES? I remember what a credit screen looks like. Oh, I just can't do it. I highly recommend. I highly recommend devising a counting system to time your jumps if you're going to play this game. Do not take my empty-headed approach of trying to play entirely based on feel. Oops. I mean, I say that, but like... I mean, who knows? Maybe your sense of internal timing is just significantly better than mine. Don't listen to me at all. Well, that's gonna be our game for the night, my friends. Before I'm tempted to try and climb back up. We're gonna call it a night. It almost went okay. We got really close to our PB. Maybe tied it, maybe not. Functionally, we were right there either way. We got really close. Got reasonably close quite a few more times. I was hanging out in that waterfall area for a good while. But that's gonna be it, my friends. No victories tonight, but debatable progress. We'll keep trying. So, Jump King, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. Very late part of the stream. Not guaranteed. Not guaranteed. But if it doesn't happen again this week, it'll definitely happen next week. And yeah. Wizard of Oz tomorrow, Adam's Family Values Thursday, Dark Souls 2 Wednesday and Friday. That's what's coming up. Thank you for being here, everybody. I'll send us all off in the direction of somebody else if you'll just give me another brief moment of your time to pull up a stream to raid. Hey, Tommy, welcome in. Hope you've had a good night. Hope you've had plenty of opportunity to lurk. Cheers to the stream, Frownie. Have a good one, all. Have a good one Tuesday. Thank you. Good night, Frownie. Good night, Angelus. Thank you for being here. Thank you again for the raid. I got some good choices. Where do I want to go? I think we'll go see Jay. Nice chill stream. Good place to relax. Doing some retro achievement hunting, I think. Ooh, playing a Wario game. I love Wario. Dude, we've got to go over here. I couldn't tell what it was from the thumbnail, but this will be a real treat. Good lurking, right on. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Angelus. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, everybody. One last time. Very grateful for your company, my friends. Thank you very much. We got some rough games ahead of us this week, so hopefully I can be greedy and hope to spend a lot more time with you. It'll be some rough, there'll be a lot of suffering, some rough games ahead of us this week. But hopefully I get to see you for some of it. Either way, be well until I get to see you again, everybody. We're all done here for tonight. It's time to head out. Let's go on an adventure.